Great job, buddy, whoever your name is.
It's awesome. Head up to the Tundra now where Aaron Rodgers, all that drama continues. Packers insider Rob Demovsky thinks Rodgers, ready for this, he has a less than a 5% chance of stay this season. So, Brandon, the chances of Rodgers being on the Packers week 1 are blank.
James Harden, just like I said when James Harden stood up and said, I want out of Houston. Well, what does that mean? If a guy wants out, he'll get out. You just got to get messy. You got to be willing to get uncomfortable like the Houston Rockets organization said they were willing to do it, and a month later they trade the guy after Boogie Cousins stand up and says, like, I can't play with this guy. But here's the thing, Nick. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if he's willing to get uncomfortable. Like, we're really going to see who he really is in the next couple weeks. Like last night at the Bucks-Nets game, he was getting booed. Are you okay with that? Are you comfortable with your legacy being a little dinged? So it's James Harden. Let's see who he really is if he's ready to get uncomfortable.
Yeah, if people don't know what Brandon's referring to in the Bucks-Nets game, they played a video, a commercial or something of Rodgers on the Jumbotron, and there was a smattering of boos at Fiserv Forum, which shows maybe the public's turning against him a bit. But I would say the chances of Aaron Rodgers being on the Packers week 1 are lower than I thought. Because let me tell you something about Rob Demovsky. Now, I don't know Rob, except for through Twitter, but he's been covering the Packers for 25 years. He is a legitimate journalist. Not what I do for a living, which is occasionally dabble in journalism like with the LeBron news, but really it just takes. It's just rapid fire, incredibly accurate, perfectly delivered takes. Rob Demovsky is out here giving you information. And if he is saying it's a less than 5% chance Rodgers stays with the team, that's a sit up in your chair and take notice moment, Wilds, because I know yesterday it feels to me like you and many of us have thought, okay, this probably gets worked out. But I now think it is greatly more likely that Rodgers moves on than that he plays for the Packers.
Okay, Nick, come on. Give me something better than that. You just gave us the preview that you have incendiary takes. I don't want to hear like probably, most likely that he moves on. You got to say like this guy's he's got a Broncos jersey waiting for him. Order it up from Fanatics. I got to see it, buddy. You got to lost your mojo there. Come on. Okay, my answer is the Brady remix. Oh, call up Pete Rock or P. Diddy. This is the Brady remix. Yeah, you're sad. You're a little upset at the team. You're upset at the, organization. You don't have enough weapons. You take a bunch of subtle shots, and then you put your house up on the market. You have a kind of a fizzled out year where you take some more shots at your weapons around you, and then you say, you know what? I'm out of here. The cap hit is too big for them to trade him even after June 1st. So I think he stays, but next year, out of here, Brady style.
All right, let's talk some Tim Tebow. Last week has reported that Tebow worked out for the Jaguars, not as a quarterback, as a tight end. Tony Khan, who's the son of the Jaguars owner, said, quote, Urban really believes Tebow can help us. So, Brandon, Tebow playing for the Jags this season would be blank.
Great. Great for business. Great for ticket sales. Great for TV ratings. Great for the locker rooms. Nick, this is great.
No, it's not.
Love it.
No, Aesop's Fables. Why do I say Aesop's Fables? Because that's where the term "be careful what you wish for, you just might get it" comes from. All right, be careful, Tony Khan. You got a nice little mojo momentum going. Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence, excitement around the Jags. Wait until Trevor Lawrence has 3 bad quarters, and you're like, what are the fans chanting? What's going on? Are we hearing Tebow, the Tebow media and fan machine? No one can get out of it. It is like a black hole. It will suck anything in its path into it. You don't want to sign up for this, guys.
You're concerned for Trevor?
I'm concerned for. I'd be concerned for Mahomes. I am telling you, if the Jags had Mahomes, there would be fans that would wait for one incompletion and start holding up Tebow 316 signs. I'm telling you, you don't want to get in this business, Wilds.
Let me get a few snaps. Hey, let's run the Wildcat. What's wrong with diversifying the offense a little bit? Just give him a few different looks. Run just give him a little bit of Wildcat. Jenna, speaking of what Brandon says, I like player coach. Good for the locker room. Player coach. Tebow's going to be 34. McVay's 35. So you're getting closer to the ages of coaches than you are to players. Why don't you give coaching? You can do one of those big, like, trust me, look at me, look at me. That video is so old, by the way. It's shot on standard definition. So start to move into coach.
Guys are going to ignore him.
All right, busy day around baseball last night, a sport Tim Tebow also tried playing. Weird and wonderful from Kevin Wildes last night, Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton goes 4 for 5, including a monster home run. But Wildes, you spotted some fan interactions during this game. What do you got for us?
Oh my, this was just the best baseball game. It's actually just a roast and a baseball game on the side. Here's a fan dressed up as Oscar the Grouch. Turns out from June Lee, he was not allowed to wear this Oscar the Grouch costume. I thought he was dressed up as just a monster because we can't see the garbage can that he's wearing in there. So fantastic job to this guy. Sorry you couldn't wear your Oscar the Grouch costume in there. Also got to wear the full head. And look at this guy, a true American hero, number 9.
Regular season nears a close. Nick's top choice will surprise you. Trust me on this one. It's coming up 8 Eastern right here on First Things First. But first, time for But First. Brandon, you love DK Metcalf testing his speed on the track.
Jenna, DK Metcalf equals monster. Last year, October, he went viral for chasing down Buda Baker. I mean, this is real speed. But after the game, the USATF tweets at him. Well, if you want to test your speed against real speed, come to the Olympic trials. Well, the last couple of months, that's exactly what he's been doing, training for the trials. This May 9th, he'll be out there and we'll be able to witness if he has real speed or not.
Awesome.
But DK Metcalf is a beast, and I'm excited to see this. Look, I had him here a couple months ago, and he wouldn't let me break the news that he was going to be focusing heavily on this. Now he is. He's telling the world. But the last couple months, this is all he's been focused on and catching a few balls. So I absolutely love it, and I'll be tuning in, DK.
That's great.
Awesome. How cool is that? You guys ever see the movie Sliding Doors, where life can change drastically if one small choice is made over another, how your whole life can change depending on what path you choose, as we're watching Brady and Mahomes right here. Well, take a look at these 4 NFL superstar stud quarterbacks. So we're all drafted by Major League Baseball teams. There you go. Can you imagine how much our lives would forever have changed had they stuck with baseball? Tom Brady, for example, we'd never have the word GOAT. I don't even know what we'd refer to the animal as. Jameis Winston there. We'd never have the term LASIK surgery. Everybody would just be wearing glasses. Russell Wilson, we'd never have the expression, let him cook. What's anybody eating? I don't know. And had Patrick Mahomes chosen baseball over football, obviously we wouldn't be here today, because obviously there'd be no show, because obviously Nick would have no reason to get out of bed in the morning. For those reasons and those reasons alone, we're so happy that these 4 guys chose football and changed the NFL landscape and our personal lives. Looking at you, buddy. That's you, Nick, forever and ever.
Nick wouldn't exist if Patrick Mahomes played basebal.
I didn't want to go there.
I predate Mahomes.
Dramatic.
I predate Mahomes. Go ahead, Wild. Sorry.
Quite like a day now.
Oh, head to your kitchen, grab some tinfoil and put it on your head, because it's time for Wild's weekly conspiracy tinfoil hat theory. Oh, New Orleans, your electrical grid's not that great. We saw it in the Super Bowl. We saw it at the Smoothie King Center. We heard shoot the lights out, but what about after the lights go out? What? Conspiracy. Steph's numbers after the lights go out. 1 for 11. Oh, for 6 from 3 and 2
They got
points.
him.
What was that you say? Conspiracy.
You're such an idiot.
Wild, do you think the city?
Wilds is
Do you think
just
the
a
city is
dumb
behind
guy.
it? Didn't that happen in the Super Bowl? Didn't that happen in the Super Bowl when the
Yes.
Ravens were there?
It did.
The light, Beyonce, the lights went out.
Drawing a blank, guys. Let's start with LeBron. LeBron's going to reportedly miss the next 2 games with ankle soreness. That would be tomorrow against the Clippers and then Friday night against Portland. A reminder, only 7 games left on the schedule. Every game counts at this point. So Brandon LeBron, reportedly being out the next 2 games to rest his ankle, is blank.
No big deal. LeBron James is a pro. What does that mean? He's going to do everything in his power to be exactly where he needs to be when the lights turn on. We saw him already on the